Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I got the bacon collar. Lord, I am exhausted. Not physically, but mentally. Just thinking. A little bit of worrying. But not a whole lot of worrying. But I'm human. Now, some of what I've been thinking about, right? I've been listening to some clips, watching some videos earlier. And I saw some people, and I was listening to what they were saying. I was listening to, first of all, they are Americans. And they are extremely dangerous. They have destroyed my community, the black community. And if they get the chance, which they have, they will destroy America. I was listening to some clips, some videos from some of them about what they want to do, their belief system, how they think and what direction they feel America should go in. And after listening to these people, Americans, I'm like, those people right there, they already destroyed my community. But they're not going to stop until they destroy America. These people are extremely dangerous. The mindset, the thought process. And you must keep an eye on them at all times. Because if not, we'll look up one day and America will no longer exist as we know it. If these people have their way. If these people have their way, America will no longer exist as we know it. We are already on the fast track down because of these people. We gotta keep them in check as much as possible so they don't have the ability to finish us off. You may ask, who are these people? I'm glad you asked. My community, the black community, has been dealing with these people for decades. And now they're reaching out to get their grips and their destructive mindset on the whole country. They've been destroying my community. Now they got the sights like Thanos on the rest of America. Who are these people? You ask again. This time I'm going to tell you. Hold on.
In this crooked game of power politics here in America, the Negro, namely the race problem, integration, civil rights issue, are all nothing but tools used by the whites who call themselves liberals against another group of whites who call themselves conservatives, either to get into power or to retain power. Among whites here in America, the political teams are no longer divided into Democrats and Republicans. The whites who are now struggling for control of the American political throne are divided into liberal and conservative camps. The white liberals from both parties cross party lines to work together toward the same goal, and white conservatives from both parties do likewise. The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives. The American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism, false promises of integration and civil rights. In this game of deceiving and using the American Negro, the white liberals have complete cooperation of the Negro civil rights leader, who sell our people out for a few crumbs of token recognition, token gains, token progress.
Did you guess it? Did you know who I was talking about? You probably said the Democrats, the liberals. It's not about a party anymore, as he said. It's not about Democrat or Republican. It's about liberals. Liberalism. You have some liberals that don't identify with a party, Democrat or Republican, but the liberal mindset. The difference between the liberal and the conservative is the liberal is a hypocrite. How many times have we heard the Democrats, me, on Facebook and other places, claim that the conservatives, how can y'all support a candidate who's anti-Christian, anti-Christ, Trump the Antichrist and all that? How many times have you heard the liberal Democrats say that about Trump and the Republican Party? How you gonna support a party that don't love God? But yet, your party is for abortion, homosexuality, gay marriage. I'm not talking down on that. I'm talking about the hypocrisy. Which party is the hypocrite? Which one is the hypocrite Malcolm just spoke about when he said they're hypocritical? The liberal. The liberal will go support whatever the Bible is against and then call the conservative Antichrist. Hypocritical. Deceivers. Liars. The use, as he say, the Negro, the black people, been using us as a tool to get elected, to hold power or to gain power. That's all we are to them. Pretend to be our friends. Pretend to care about our issues. All along deceiving us. I guess Malcolm lying again. I'm going to tell you how dangerous these people are. We are being invaded by illegal immigrants. The liberal mindset, from what I've been seeing these people say, they buckled against Trump saying we need to deport these people. We can't survive like this. We cannot continue taking care of all these people. We cannot allow these people to come in here illegally. We cannot allow these people to come in here and suck up all the resources. We can't do that. Not that we don't want to. We want to be able to help the world. We cannot. We are not in position to do that. So therefore, for our own survival, we got to send them back. The ones who came here illegally. And the liberal says, no, you're a racist. You're wrong. You can't do that. It's wrong to split them up from their families. Let me ask y'all a question. Well, I ain't gonna ask you a question because a lot of y'all ain't never been to jail or been in trouble. I'm gonna point out a fact or a truth to you. If you have kids, see, that's what the liberal pulling on your heartstring. Because they trying to destroy America. They know flooding all these illegals in here gonna destroy us. They don't mean it intentionally. But they're blinded. They're being deceived. They're satanic. The devil came to kill, steal, and destroy. The Democrat Party, the liberals, are satanically inspired. So therefore, their mission is Satan's mission. Kill, steal, and destroy. That's what they've been doing. That's what they're doing now. And then they deceive you. Malcolm just told you. They're hypocrites, liars, deceivers. The difference he said between the liberal and the conservative, the liberal, he's the cheater. He's a deceiver. And they got my people brainwashed and deceived for decades. So now, President Trump says, we need to get these people out of here. And there's millions of other Americans feel the same way, but not the liberal. The liberal says it's inhumane, it's wrong to separate them from their families, even though they're criminals. They broke the law. As the new border czar said, once you cross, it don't matter if you're not a murderer or whatever, or one of them people. Once you cross this border illegally, you are a criminal. All of them. Criminals. You broke our laws. So you don't deserve to be here. You came in on the wrong foot. You started out on the wrong foot. But the liberal says, no, we can't send them back. Their mind is so warped, they say we're going to separate them from their families. Anybody that has ever been in trouble with the law before, if you're an American citizen, or if you haven't been in trouble with the law, I'm going to explain something to you so you'll understand too. If you go break the law and you have a warrant for your arrest and you riding around and you have your kids in the car with you and the cops pull you over, run your name, say you got a warrant for your arrest, guess what they're going to do? Separate you from your kids. And you're an American citizen. It don't matter. You broke the law. Let me run that back by you. For those in the back who didn't hear me, who you bleeding heart liberals, we can't separate them from their families. If you riding around with warrants for your arrest as an American citizen, you got your kid in the car with you. The cops pull you over, you got warrants, they run your name. Guess where you going? To jail. Guess what they're going to do? Separate you from your kids. If you go to court and you get convicted and they give you 10 years, guess what you're going to do? Be separated from your kids for 10 years. They're not going to say, well, you broke the law. This is the punishment for it. But since you got kids, we ain't going to punish you. We're going to let you slide because you got kids. And we don't want to separate you from your kids. That ain't how the law works. You break the law, you pay the consequence. Whatever that consequence is, you got to pay that consequence. If you came across the border illegally and you get caught, the consequence is supposed to be you go back. It ain't no, well, unless you got kids, then you stay. We don't want to separate the kids. No, we ain't got to separate you from your family. Your family can go back with you. It is not our fault you broke the law. It ain't our responsibility to keep you from having to pay your debt. What about that y'all don't get? But the liberal says, let them stay. We don't want to. We don't know where they at, what they doing, who they are. We ain't better. We don't know nothing. The liberal says, let them stay. They're so frustrating that a lot of my people can't see how we being played, how they using us for their own political gain. They care nothing about us. Been promising us stuff forever, and our community is still in the tank, still in the dump, still in the trash. When are they going to deliver? They're not. And they don't have to. We still going to continue to vote for them. Been voting for them since 60 years ago. And we've only gotten worse as a community. Yes, a few of us have achieved success. Those are the ones who broke away and went out and took some chances, made some things happen. Then sit around and wait on the Democrats and the liberal mindset to do something for us. The ones who still depend on the Democrats and the liberals, y'all still stuck. The black people that are now thriving and successful are people, even if you're still a Democrat, you're not living by Democratic principles. You're getting out grinding. You're getting out going to get it. You're getting out getting your own, even though you classify yourself as a Democrat. You're probably thinking about the old school Democrats, not these modern Democrats. This modern Democrat part, I said it 1,000 times over, and I'll say it again, they're not the same. They're dangerous. Liberalism is a mental disorder. Liberals destroy the family. They are destructive in everything they do. Everything they touch turns to crap. They destroy everything they touch because they're demonic, satanic. That's what Satan does. Destroy everything he touches. So therefore, his ideology is in the liberal. It's in the Democrat Party. They're destroying everything they touch. You pregnant? They're okay with destroying it. The liberal says legalize all narcotics. What is that? Portland, I think that's Portland, Oregon, somewhere up there. All narcotics are legal. Now it's a slum. One beautiful city is a dump now because liberal policies, the liberal mindset. They're like Thanos. They destroy everything in their path. They destroyed my community. Now they're after the whole country. They destroyed the black community, liberals. Now they're after the country. They're after men. They're after children. They're after family. Anything they just seek and destroy. That's their mission. The liberal seek and destroy anything in their path. Your family in their way, they'll destroy your family. Your unborn baby in their way, they'll destroy that baby. Your finances, destroyed. All the way up to the entire country. If they have their way, destroyed. They will destroy us from within if we don't keep them people out of power. We cannot let liberals back in power. We're already too far gone. If they get back in anytime soon, we're done. No coming back. They this far from finishing the job. If they would have got in this time, I would have been saying it's time to give up. Ain't no hope. Now I have a little hope. But if they would have won, y'all would have heard me come on here and say, you know what? We're done. Spend your last time we have here with your family and kids, whatever. Don't even worry about trying to, because they're going to finish it on off. But through the grace of God, we held them off for another 4 years. Through the grace of God, we held them off. We get a 4-year reprieve. A 4-year stay of execution. Like when somebody's on death row and they call in and say, we're going to grant the stay. So you're still in trouble, but they're going to put it off for another, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. We elected Trump. We got a 4-year stay of execution. And then we right back on the chopping block again. Right now, we got a 4-year stay of execution. Protection from the liberal. But after them 4 years, we got to do it again. We can never let the liberals in charge again. If we do, at any point in time, we're too vulnerable right now, we can't afford it. Call me crazy. I ain't crazy by myself. Malcolm must be crazy too. He recognized it before I was even born. Now I'm seeing it. The damn liberal, dangerous. Anti-family, anti-God, anti-kid, anti-man and woman, anti-prosperity, anti-business, self-preservation, self-determination. They're against all that. They want to run and control everything the way they want it done. Anti-free speech. Claim to believe in God, but the actions show otherwise. I'm just Big Ward on YouTube. But I know what I'm talking about. Beware of that liberal. Dangerous. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you to do nothing illegal, none of that type stuff. Legally, the right way, we got to keep them in check. Legally, the right way. No, we can't stoop to their levels, but we got to do it the right way. Show up like we just showed up and showed out for this election. We got to continue to do that. Midterms and the presidential election. We got to keep showing up, showing out. We cannot let these lunatics run their asylum. That's what we just had these last 4 years. And anytime we got liberal Democrats in office, the inmates are running the asylum. We can't have that. They need somebody over them because they're out of control. Anything goes with these people. They don't have no structure. Whatever you want to do, do it. No matter how destructive or dangerous it is, do it. Feel free. The hippies from back in the 60s. They are brothers and sisters, but they're too irresponsible to be in charge. You know how you got family members. You love them. That's your brother, that's your sister, your cousin, whoever, but they're too irresponsible to be in charge of anything. That's the liberals. We cannot let them in charge. They're too irresponsible. Get it? Got it? Good. Bye.